I have a show I wish to review about a wonderful, fantastic new hotel. Yes, it's one of a kind, right there on Prime, and yes, it even takes place in hell. Ooh. What, you expect me not to see my cold opening? Well, then clearly you don't know this show. And if you don't know this show, then you should probably watch this review. Hazbin Hotel is brought to us by YouTube animator Vivian Mandrano and is based off a pilot episode she created back in 2019 that got over 90 million views. Or hell, even billions if you count all the dubs they did. And this series is about Charlie Morningstar, the Princess of Hell, as she pursues her seemingly impossible goal of rehabilitating sinners at the Hazbin Hotel to peacefully reduce population in her kingdom, while also having to prepare for the angels of heaven to come down for their yearly extermination where they kill the people of hell.
Long as I got your attention, I guess I should probably mention that we've made the determination to move up the next extermination. What?
So originally I was going to review this when the first 4 episodes dropped, but there were 2 reasons I didn't. One is because I hate reviewing shows episode by episode when I can just wait for it to come out as one whole thing and review when the season is over. And the other reason is because I found out the last 2 episodes were going to be coming out 2 weeks later. Now when it comes to the original pilot released by VivziePop, I really enjoyed it a lot. I liked the animation, the songs were great, I liked the concept, and it got me interested in seeing more from this world and its characters, especially Alistair the Radio Demon. But I don't think a lot of us expected having to wait 4 years for the rest of it to come out. But thanks to A24 and Amazon Prime Video, Season 1 of Hazbin Hotel is finally here, and just like half of you watching this review, I was excited as hell. No pun intended. So at the time of recording this, I'm not aware of what the overall response is with this entire season. I don't know if people think it's good, if they hate it, or some of it is good and the other half is eh. But as for me and my thoughts on the entire season, this might be one of my new favorite shows, and I absolutely adored it. Oh my god, I couldn't get enough of it. I have been hyped for this since the pilot episode dropped, and Vivian, her team, and A24 delivered a show that, in my opinion, is just so damn great. I would personally almost call this damn near perfect if it wasn't for one little thing, which I'll get into towards the end of this video. Well, first off, you can't talk about Hazbin Hotel without talking about the musical numbers, which are all freaking phenomenal. I mentioned a few times before that I love musicals when they're good, and this is hands down the best musical I have seen in forever. Never once is there a song that feels pointless, forced, or stops the show just so they can sing for no apparent reason. Every song is just perfect, and it keeps the story afloat, and no one is ever auto-tuned or can't sing worth a shit. I love the hell out of these songs, and I have listened to some of them on repeat already. These songs are so good that they deserve to be on Broadway, which makes sense because half the actors in the show are from Broadway.
I've been dying to find out who you are.
I've been waiting, wanting the same thing.
Looks like the apple doesn't fall far.
Took you a while.
I've missed that smile. All that I'm hoping, now that my eyes are open, is that we can start again, not be pulled apart again.
You also just pick up after a while that every episode is going to have 2 songs in it, and I was hyped every time one started because I knew it wasn't going to disappoint. These songs are so good that there was one episode where the songs came in much later than usual, and I thought to myself that one wasn't almost going to happen, and I was like, you better not be screwing me out of a song show. But then I knew one was going to be coming because it was in the trailer. There's also a number of songs that are reminiscent of classic Disney songs. The first song of episode 1 is basically a parody on the opening song from Beauty and the Beast, where our lead is walking through town mentioning everything that's there, except here, everyone is killing each other, shoving barbed wire up others' butts, and telling each other to fuck off, etc.
From the porn studio, where the cinephiles go to watch award-winning David Bukkake shows, to the cannibal town, where they don't wear a frown, cause holy shit, oh my gosh, why? Then I don't give a crow that his brain's got in my eye.
So yeah, the songs are one of the biggest reasons to watch this show, and if you were to ask me which one was my favorite, I couldn't tell you. I love them all. But is it wrong that one of my favorite songs in the entire season kinda has to do with a character getting sexually abused?
Cause I know you're poison, you're feeding me poison. Addicted to this feeling, I can't help but swallow up your poison. I made my choices, every night I'm living like there's no tomorrow.
guess I can transition us into our next topic of discussion. This show is not afraid to get dark, and it mostly happens in the 4th episode with the character of Angel Dust, who is a porn star, where he basically is a slave to a pimp who beats the shit out of him, making him do shit that he doesn't want to do, which even includes getting sexually assaulted. And keep in mind, this is the same show where a few episodes earlier, we had a character calling himself the Dick Master, and Angel Dust was hitting on Keith David's character, Husker. I also didn't even realize he was getting sexually assaulted until I had to rewatch this whole show for the review, and the 4th episode had a viewer discretion warning at the beginning, and I had to think back at some of the imagery that they showed. But when it comes to the character of Angel Dust, he's definitely my favorite character when it comes to character development. Which makes sense because he's trying to redeem himself to get into heaven, and as the season goes on, he does change a lot from a horny porn star to a person who actually wants to change and starts to care about the people around him who try to help him to become a better person. And speaking of which, I do really like all the other characters a lot. Charlie is a very sweet and likable lead that brings a lot of energy throughout the series, and I did like her and Baggy as a couple. Husker is voiced by Keith David, so of course I enjoyed him. Plus, they gave him a song, and it was great to hear him sing again since it has been a while since Princess and the Frog.
You're a loser, baby, a loser, goddamn baby, you're a fucked up little whiny bitch.
Hey.
You're a loser just like me.
Thanks, asshole.
You're a screws loose boozer, and only 1-star reviewser. You're a power bottom at rock bottom, but you got company.
This supposed to make me feel better?
Sir Penches was pretty funny, Nifty is cute, Vox is pretty great, Adam is a total asshole, but he's a funny asshole, and I did love this show's version of Lucifer. Yeah, again, I really like all these characters, but hands down my fucking favorite is this spooky son of a bitch right here.
Let's begin. I'm gonna make you wish that I'd stayed gone. Tune on in when I'm done. Your status quo will know its race is run.
GOAT! Alistair the fucking radio demon. I freaking love the shit out of everything about this character. One moment he can be calm and sometimes funny, while another moment he can be pretty freaking scary with that creepy smile and his uncanny radio voice, and I love how they still kept him a complete mystery throughout the entire season. Is he a good guy wanting to be redeemed himself, or is he still as evil as everyone describes him as, and does he have something planned? I seriously cannot wait to see where they go with this character from here, and he might be one of my new favorite characters just in general. There's one scene at the end of the last episode where he gets a moment to sing, and I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just him being really creepy, or it just got me even more hyped for a season 2, but holy shit, it was awesome, and I fucking loved it. Maybe I'm alone on that, but I love it. I freaking love it. I'll show the clip that I'm talking about at the end of this video because it kind of contains spoilers. And the final episode of the season, I wouldn't change a thing about it because the final battle was just perfect. And by far my favorite aspect of it was the fight between Adam and Alistair. It was amazing. The animation is very well done and it has a great upgrade from the pilot episode. The voice acting and the singing is perfect, and the show does have such a great concept. So yes, I absolutely love this show and I love it so much that I've already watched it twice. But if there's one small issue I have with it, it would probably have to be the world building. So I do really like this version of Hell, and I do think it is very imaginative, but it is a little confusing on how this world works. When it comes to the angels' extermination, they constantly mention killing human souls, but there's almost not a single person in Hell that looks human. And if that's the case that some people in Hell are human, then that must also mean that 1/3 of people on Earth who died were cannibals, because 1/2 of Hell is literally called Cannibal Town. Now in heaven there's people who look human, but if that's the case, does that mean people when they go to hell are turned into weird little creatures? Box has a TV for a head. Does that mean he died by getting a TV smashed on his head? Or has he been in hell the whole time? Let's say Angel Dust died a porn star, so does that mean his punishment in hell is to be a slave to Valentino? And who really in this world qualifies as a demon? I can honestly question some of this all day. I could also see some people getting tired of the constant cussing, and it really didn't bother me that much, except maybe every once in a while when a character would go, fuck, 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 fuck. But despite that one little issue, Hazbin Hotel is just great, and I absolutely loved every moment of it. I love the story, the characters, the animation, and for sure the soundtrack. If you've never heard of this show until watching this review, then let me tell you that this is for sure a must-watch, especially anyone who loves animation or musicals. Next to Smiling Friends and Invincible, this is one of the best animated adult shows in a while. I've already watched it twice, and I'll be watching it again. I'm gonna give Hazbin Hotel Season 1 an A. I would absolutely love to give it an A+, but I can't just for that one little issue. Oh, and 2 more things. 1, I would love to see this get a Blu-ray release. And 2, if you're curious, yes, I also really like Hell of a Boss.
This place reeks of death. There's a chill in the air, and I barely escaped being killed by a hair. Great Alistair, altruist, died for his friends. Sorry to disappoint, that is not where this ends.
GOAT! Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, turn on the notification bell. I'll be back later with more reviews. See you then.